going down. WMC episode 48. Yeah, I think it's 48 now. Holy shit. We're getting up there, man. But let's bring out the crew for the night. We're going to bring out Wentzilla.
Hey guys, welcome back. And I don't know if you know it, but it's the #1 podcast, Toycast 2018 World Building Toycast on Friday night at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
I'm glad you can say that. That's a mouthful, dude. I can't even say that. Just
hey.
That's what it would come out.
Promos, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt, eh? You gotta be able to talk to do that. We just barely get through up here in Canada. You know how it is.
Hey man, on the tomb this week we had another Canadian. So
I saw that.
Yeah, you were there. Yeah,
I was there. Yeah. Actually,
yeah.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, really nice guy, man. Terrell Comics. Awesome dude.
He was a great guest, man. Fuck, for sure he was.
But, yeah, we gotta bring him on here for something too sometime. One of your specials.
Oh, yeah, well, I don't know. It has to be a special. I don't know. We're having our world builders on, but maybe we'll change up the format a little bit coming up down the road here. You can't do the same shit all the time forever.
Well, I can. I can world build all day.
Well, I mean,
I'm kidding.
But well, I'm sure everyone else is getting bored. So Famine's not here this week, so we're gonna bring on Outer Multiverse.
Woo!
What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Hey. Pew.
I missed streaming with you since my departure from Toy Squad on Monday nights.
There. It feels like forever, Brad.
Kind of a reunion tonight, I guess.
It is.
It is a little bit of a Toy Squad reunion, even though it's I don't know. Have you guys
2.0?
Yeah, 2.0. It's been gone for 3 weeks or something. I don't know.
It'll be back.
Okay, so my question is, how's your son doing? Are they winning?
It's kind of a crazy situation, dude. Because when you watch 10-year-olds play baseball, it's you're expecting one thing and you get this other more hilarious, entertaining thing. Where the kids are using the bats as lightsabers when they're not up to bat. They're behind and they're having sword fights with the bats and shit. It's fucking hilarious, man.
Oh, and their hats up in the air and catching it in the outfield, right?
Yeah, well, one day they're playing and they decide that they're all going to wear their hats inside out because it's hilarious, of course.
Nice.
Rally cat, baby.
And the coach was just whatever. I don't care. You just go ahead and do that. I don't give a fuck either way.
As long as they're all here.
I'm usually checking out Instagram while I'm at the game anyway, the rest of the parents watching themselves. But yeah, let's bring out our guest. He's no stranger to us, but you guys might know not a whole lot about him. Redeemer Customs. What's going on, man?
What's up, everybody? Good evening, all y'all. Hope y'all are doing good.
What was that?
Because I was putting something there, and then I heard him talking, so I looked back. I was like, so I'm gonna keep the free train, you know.
He's like, okay, freeze. Don't move.
I saw you backstage there, kind of making sure your hair is perfect to come on the show.
I was setting up the figures behind. I was getting it all set up. I was picking out some heads. Maybe I don't curl my hair, baby. I don't care. This is all natural. But I had some things. Maybe I'll paint on stream while I'm talking. You know. But how y'all doing, man?
Good, man.
Good.
Yeah. The whole purpose of this evening, we wanted to have you on because some of these guys might not have seen Toy Squad, and you do a lot of really cool shit. And you're gonna show a bit of that off tonight, I think.
Yes, sir.
Come on, man. It's all about you. It's a Redeemer show tonight.
Okay. All right. So first and foremost, I guess the way I'm going to do this is, let's see. Let me turn this around.
Well, you don't have to start right now. We got some other things we can start with.
No. I mean, like I'm saying, so as you guys are talking and stuff, I'll have something in the background so everybody can see what I'm doing. You know, just be a.
There you go. A little live and interactive going on WMC. Oh, that's cool. Where did her fucking arms and her head go, man?
Oh no! So this is right here. This is a custom I'm working on. It's been a project in the making. Absolutely. I accepted this maybe close to a year from now. You know, it's been about. But it's a free commission. So I accepted it from someone in the community. They sent me this figure. They tried painting the figure, and they tried the best they could, but they wanted me to revamp the figure. So I had to remove a a lot from the figure actually. So if we want, we can bring this thing closer. I wish I had some before and after photos. I should have sent them to you, but they are deep within the archives. So for her, she was actually completely orange. So let me bring you what she. This is the color of the skin.
Oh,
Of the toy.
is that Tigra or whatever from Marvel?
Yes,
Legends?
sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
So someone sent it to me and wanted me to turn it into Cheetah from DC because he's a big DC fan. So he sent me the body and he was like, dude, can you revamp this and make this into a whole thing? And, you know, he sent me in like a sketch, an idea of what he wanted, a rough draft. And so to the best of my ability, I had to remove all the acrylic paint that he used. I don't know if it was like nail polish paint, but it was really shiny. Like, oh, it was super shiny. It took me about 4 or 5 hours to remove everything without having to mess up like the little markings, because she does have like little fur markings and stuff on her knees, which would help protect her body.
Yeah.
And then I had to also like,
he had already painted it, like he fucked it up, like he painted it some weird color, or
he painted it yellow, but like if I had the before picture, bro, like it's deep. But yeah, he painted it. It was all solid yellow, and this top right here was just a black bra. So like everything I did here, the black around the neck and everything is based off of a design that he specifically sent to me. But when he sent it to me, if you could see the outlining of the bra here, you know, that's what he had black, and everything else was yellow. So he was doing the best of his iteration, but he's not like, he doesn't paint figures, you know, like that. He just kind of like picked up on the craft, and then he found out that I was doing free commissions, you know, for quite some time, and then he hit me up and I said, yeah, man, you know, you can jump on board, I got you. So right now I'm in the midst of doing it, but like, bro, this figure was a challenge. It was definitely a learning curve to remove the pieces here so that when you do this, there's no paint rub on the body.
oh yeah, that's cool.
Same thing with the knees. Like when you move her knees, there's no
I
paint
like that,
scratches on the edges.
I like those fuel canisters you have way in the back. Those are really
Oh, these, like, yeah, some guy gave these to me. Some dude, you know.
That's a guy.
It's
Got
fuel.
you.
Yeah.
It's fuel.
It
Dude,
is, it
yeah,
is.
let me
You
give
got,
some
you got
people.
you got the big one.
You're damn right, baby. You sent me the goo, man. And then I added some goo in this.
What the hell is that?
It's a slime.
Oh, it is. That's cool.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, those are the big ones. I think you're like the
I
only
like
person that got the 112
Or
version.
It'll spoil. Wednesday will probably use lime jello in there.
Actually, the ones he sent me, I think, came with like a red kind of jelly. I had this green jelly from something else. But yeah, you know, this is what's going on right here. So y'all gonna see me working on this while y'all are talking at the moment.
Perfect. Sounds good to me, man. But now I gotta ask the audience something too, and you guys. So I'm on this like big Joy Toy kick right now. I've been like ordering way too fucking many. Yeah. So anyways, how do you guys the thing I'm looking at my Joy Toys and looking at my Star Wars, I'm like, like they just don't. How do you guys try and blend them into your setup? Other than like, I was thinking maybe putting like more like Star Wars-esque flares to them, but like I don't know, it's like tough to mix them in with Star Wars, man.
You mean like size wise, they're a little bit bigger.
I
You mean?
just mean the look, like because you've got Joy Toy sits like right in the middle of like where you got Star Wars Joy Toy and then like something like GI Joe, right? Where Joy Toy,
Is he putting the paint right on the figure?
Yeah. Hey, Wenzilla, you never see my lives, man. Don't question it. You already know what the end result's gonna look like, baby.
I'm just wondering, bro.
Why is it so crazy? Oh man.
I just haven't never seen anyone do it like that. That's all. I mean, I do that on like walls and stuff, but not actual figure.
No. She's gonna take a few coats, but
Yeah.
ultimately,
Iris has a good idea here. With my
Yeah.
question. He said he has like Star Wars holsters and shit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can
Yeah,
put heads on them too, and you can put the Mandalorian heads on some of them if you want to. You know.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna use the ones I'm getting. I'm like getting specific ones because they're going to be like the badass like guys that like hunt down like Mandalorians and stuff. Like they're like total badass dudes.
like my world is like predominantly like Joy Toy and Star Wars. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I just mix them up a lot. I don't know. I kind
It
of have
just,
a thing, right? Like the Amrak Shore Trooper thing works. Like I just paint up the Joy Toy people to look like Shore Troopers, and it works out. Like just odd, different colors. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of Warhammer stuff right now, and it's Joy Toy, and it's been nuts. So
oh, dude.
It's a bit nuts.
You know, some people don't like that. I love those fucking Space Marine bucks, like the big armor fucking guys. They're
dude,
awesome.
they're so wild.
They're so good. Like fuck. Like
Yeah,
everything
I'm
they
only
do.
doing. Oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna say, like, I made a comment on Instagram. Could you imagine if someone like Joy Toy like picked up the Star Wars license? Like,
Oh,
holy.
that
Dude,
would
they
be
are doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
So
I was
we
gonna
talked.
say that.
Yeah, yeah.
that is
There's,
wild, dude.
who knows if they're gonna be 118 and 112? I'm thinking 118, but you never know.
Yeah, they're
They
one
weren't
of
very. Are they?
They're
They confirmed it.
118.
Cool.
Yeah, somebody made a
Thank
comment on
God.
my IG post. They're like, "Oh my god, the 118th TMNT from Joy Toy are gonna be like tough on my wallet or something like that." I'm like, "Oh fuck." Yeah, especially if they get like the rights to do like the whole line. Like, I mean, like Casey Jones. I would love to, dude. I can picture it now, like a Joy Toy fucking Casey Jones. It would look so good, dude.
So,
Mm.
does anybody have any guesses like which way they're going to go with it?
Depends what
You
they got
mean
the
like,
license to.
you mean like as far as like animated or comic book?
Yeah. Because I mean, I would love to see some 118th Triceratons. You know, that would be badass.
Dude, yeah, like now that you say that, like the Triceratons, that would be so awesome for the world building community. Like, holy shit! Like, who doesn't want like an army of like dinosaurs with like?
Because I mean, I like the big one I got, from Mirage, the Nika one. But
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
some smaller ones would be so much better.
Well, what's that other one that's doing the cheaper? They look pretty decent. They're doing the cheaper Turtles toys, but it's mostly cartoon, right? Who that? It's not Loyal Subjects, is it?
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah. I think that's who it is, right?
It is Loyal Subjects that's doing
Yeah,
that.
because they're doing they're like $20 a figure.
Yeah. They're like dirt
Yeah,
cheap compared to a NECA, but they look pretty decent.
yeah.
I don't know, but
Some of those
I
are
hope
pretty.
that they do the last Ronin.
Some
I
of
just
those.
want to see. Which one has been the Corvus Belly Infinity line? I've seen that.
what is that?
It's like a sci-fi. From what I've seen, they're like sci-fi. Like they have like their
that's
own.
the wolf and the girl are from that group.
Yeah,
Oh, is it more like
There's
a kind of a Gaslands kind of dystopian kind of feel? That was
ish.
going for, or like what was that game? Shadow
I
Run.
did I don't know if I did a full video, but I did do like a shoot with all four of them when I got them in, and then I used
you have
them
a
for
werewolf,
customs.
right?
Yeah, I didn't really do much with him yet, but I haven't done anything. Oh yeah, he was in the background in some shots with Timbo's stuff. So, but yeah, I haven't painted. I want to paint him. Work on that arm because there wasn't too much articulation, and then I think it just needs to be heated up or something. But I'm just gonna boil him when I go to take stuff off. So, yee. But yeah, those one guy. Yeah, I had like a shot with all four of them. The lady I repainted and sent to Dom. So Dom has like 2 Acid Rain figures, and that lady from the group. That's not the one that comes with a wolf, but one of the soldiers.
Oh fuck,
Yeah.
dude! I'm getting ready to finally. I forget how long it's been. Like I don't know when I did that video or whatever. I think it's been like 2 or 3 years at least since I was like selling at toy shows and shit like that. So I'm gonna do one this Sunday. Dude, let me tell you, I was pricing like everything last night or like kind of working on it. Dude, I'm already like burned out on it again. I'm just like, dude, this is so much fucking work. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, and it's like, oh man,
It
I live in
is.
a small town, so it's like, well, I don't live in a small town, but they're having it in this small town, and it's like notorious for like resellers and like scalpers and shit like that. So it's usually like you get like people going around at the toy show and they're like tire kicking a bit. They're like, oh, that's a nice kingpin figure or whatever the fuck you got there. and then they come around a couple more times, and then they finally come back and like completely like lowball you like 50% of what you're asking, and it's like, oh my god, dude! Like, dude,
That
I
sucks.
sold the last one I did. I sold this like floppy, like brutal fucking Boba Fett for like $5, like a vintage one, like it was from the vintage old shit. But he was so floppy and just garbage, wouldn't stand up. Dude, I fucking sold it to this dude for $5. I was like, yeah, you want it for $5? I don't care. It's fucking dumb. I don't want it. So he gets it, and then I look on like we have this thing called, I don't know if you guys have Kijiji or whatever. It's like an online selling like marketplace or something. So like, anyways, he's got it posted up there for like $30.
Oh
And I
shit!
knew it was mine because I could see like it was my figure box with like the marks on it. Like I just knew it was my this when I
Had bite marks on it.
Yeah, pretty much, dude. It was like the paint was so worn. He was like all floppy and just ridiculous. And like, oh my god. But yeah, I did like if anyone wants to check it out, I did like a promotional video for the guys that run it.
Oh,
And,
cool.
Like quite a while ago. So yeah, it's buried on my channel somewhere if you want to go check it out. But yeah, no,
Oh,
it was crazy. What the hell is-
I was.
Go ahead, Wenzel, before I get into what Redeemers.
That's fine. It's ahead.
Okay, it's Mars Attacks, dude.
It's like a mix between, yeah. It is definitely right. Look at that. Like it has like a suit.
Oh, that's so Mars Attacks, man.
Absolutely. And we're about to paint it.
And now you've ruined his face forever. We'll never see it.
Absolutely.
Oh, ruin it. Look at the ruination going on there. Redeemer, what are you doing, buddy?
So you don't use any type of like clips or anything to hold your stuff, just fingers?
Yes, sir. Very delicate touch.
Fingers?
What God gave me, sir.
Well, I use like like little roach clips on a stick. Like I
Roach
use
clip.
that for-
Yeah.
You know what a roach clip is?
I know what the
But
fuck
yeah.
you mean.
You put
that,
stuff on it. You put stuff on it. And you paint the stuff.
No,
Makes it
I can't.
easy.
Like for some reason, it like I've said to a lot of people, man. Like I have to genuinely like have it in my hands, and like I do avoid trying to get my fingers on the parts that I painted. I don't go
How?
like because I just don't like right now. Like I just try to keep my fingers as away from everything as possible, and then the most you'll get is like that
Yeah,
the
but
little smudgies, you know.
like,
But like if
you
ever
just put the head on something. Like you can literally put it on like a pen or like a something, dude. Like a top
you know
of
what?
a.
he's on my pinky.
Oh my god!
Are you using like? Are you
I would
using
say
like?
like these little air things. You can put a head on there.
But he's good. Yes, you see.
What do you? Wenzilla uses lead-based paint, so he can't get it on himself.
No, my fingers are always covered with shit, but I just wondered.
No, man, I don't have like little clips and stuff like. Though I know what you mean though. Is I know a lot of people use them, but I've never like I don't. I mean, I think I have like a few, but I've never used them. I try not to be as rough with it as possible, and like.
I had one of those stupid things I bought thinking it would work off by Amazon or something. Where it's like the base with like a bunch of arms and clips coming out of it, and you're supposed to be able to like grab the figures from like different angles to paint. But I just found that like the arms just got in the way. I was just like, this is ridiculous. I have to move this figure like 15 times to try and paint it. Like I don't
I
know.
just
No.
got sticks, and the
I got
sticks go into a base.
I got
Like-
skin.
To be fair with you though, like if like
Pretty
whenever
easy.
I'm not in like a chat or anything like that, I will use my blow dryer like on cold, dry the paint faster so I can be done with this quicker. It speeds the process for me. So like right now the paint's wet, right? So I would have to wait. If it was on a chat, I would turn on the blow dryer on cold, dry this up real quick, and continue painting.
Way you go. Very
But now
cool.
you just gotta.
Oh, my
You're just
fingers.
like try it.
Very nice.
So in your paints, Deadman was like, dude, you should talk about like tips and stuff that I do reels. But in my paints, I'll usually drop one or two of these boys in there. Little beads, little metal.
Little mixers, so it keeps it nice and good.
Yeah, and then you just shake it before you use it. Boom.
Oh,
You are right though. I should get myself a few of those, bro. Like I don't know why I'm slacking on that.
that's a
I
good
don't know
idea.
which one. I have it in some of these. I don't know which ones. I have 3,000 paints on my desk right now. We're in the
That's
middle of painting a lot of shit, so
Yeah.
it's going down. Just finished up the mountain area in Amrak. So, well, not finished. All right, it's up, but it's not done. So,
There you go. All right. Well, I'll do my chat out.
yes,
Chat out. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I haven't done that yet. I'm like
your
20
chat out.
my chat out. Whatever language I was speaking, it's called the language of exhaustion. Just like
the language of exhaustion.
language of exhaustion. So we got Schmebulok, Bjorn. I always want to pronounce that Schmebulok or something because I can't read.
I'm glad you
Schmidt
pronounced
block.
Yeah, to find out our rims here, of course, we've already been talking to Pirates of the Galaxy.
it.
Starboy Station is in the house.
What's up?
Slime Lord. Oh, Adrian's in there. He won that gift certificate there a couple weeks ago. Pretty snazzy shit. You got Mud Scuffer in the house.
What
Nebulous
up?
Hey,
Rye. Better Ray Bob, what's going on, bro? Well, might have done Define already, but he's here too. Here.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, nasty. Oh, nasty.
oh, what's up, old Dasty? How you doing, bro?
As soon as I saw that handle, as a Redeemer probably knows that guy. It sounds like somebody Redeemer would hang out with.
He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
Oh yeah, well, I could tell from the name. There you go. You got the green theme going on tonight, Wenzilla.
Yeah, a little bit. Is it all? Yeah.
It's good, man. It makes your eyes look pretty.
Hey,
Wow.
I was
Uh-huh.
What, Brian? Brian.
Brian, what were you saying?
Hey, I was just gonna say that the huge wave of Eagle Force is about to land. I don't know if anybody has any of those on pre-order or not, but
No, I live through you, okay? Because I can't afford all those because
We
they're
just-
all great.
we just got emails from Big Bad today saying they're on their way. So my wallet's about to take a huge hit probably sometime next week.
So
Shit.
that's I've seen the show that you and Bob did about like the different types of figures. I love those the dome head astronaut guys. Those guys really pop. But what's is the new wave kind of more of the same, or is there some stuff? Because we were talking a little bit about it before the show.
Yeah, I think there's like 30 figures dropping in this wave. And that's
30?
a shitload of I think there's like 30. I think it's close to it.
Holy shit!
But this wave has got like it's almost got like two different waves in it. It's mostly like Eagle Force of most of the guys in like their gold outfit, like their military gold outfit. So that's a huge like contingent of those guys. And so I'm not really so much, going to get a lot of those. I'll get some, but the other wave is like it's the Monster Hunters and like the Red Shadow guys. That way, and a lot of the bad, and it's like kind of like some of the bad guys have like werewolf heads, and so that's what I'm getting a few of. But yeah, it's like I think I don't know. I'm getting 15 different figures just right now because I can only get so many. I know Bob probably is probably getting 2 or 3 times as much as that, but this will be the last time they drop until probably next year. Like they'll probably show some new figures because this is every figure on pre-order on Big Bad is going to hit next week, and like I said, I think it's like 30 figures, and so right now currently there's not any other figures like on pre-order once these go off until maybe Joe Fest, and they'll maybe show some future figures there. But it's
That's huge, man. I've never heard of an indie toy company. Can you imagine Morphonauts next week? He's like, yo, I
So-
got like 30 figures coming out like next week.
one of the things is like they do. I mean, it's like the Eagle Force, the military guys with like their gold outfits. That's kind of like a different wave than this other wave that has the Monster Hunters and the.
Okay.
But they're all coming out at the same time, and so that's what hurts. Is like, I'm really interested in like the Monster Hunters and like the Crimson or whatever it is. What I just said it was. It's like the bad guys with red, and white, and stuff. But it's like I said, the Monster Hunters, they do have a 1/12 scale.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say Starboy asked if they were 1/12.
They do have a scale for those guys, but there are certain 1/8 figures from Monster Force that are going to be releasing, like I said, next week. And so, if you go to Big Bad and just take a look at them.
I did see them because I was looking at. They've gotten right into classified now. I was picking up a couple of those Valaverse figures. I picked up the Punk.
Valaverse is good.
Yeah. I picked up the Punk Rocker chick, the Dreadnought, and then I picked up one of those like Army Builder Wasp Trooper dudes just to check them out. I don't know. I had one. I did have one, and then I sold it. I heard my buddy wanted a trade, so I traded him. I was like, "Fuck! Why did I trade him that figure? Now I gotta get another one." But no, I don't know. There's like, and I didn't realize Monster Hunters. Now that you mention it, I thought they were only 1/12 from like the Big Bad Toy Store page. But I saw them because as soon as Valaverse came up, it was like one of the like whatever, or it's a recommended thing on Amazon and shit. So
there's like 4 figures, I think, that are 1/18th, that are from the Monster Hunter line. I think that are going to be released in this, but I think the primary focus for the Monster Hunters is going to be 6-inch. But
yeah, that's what it was. A smart.
Yeah, and sometimes you need a 6-inch line to carry your 4-inch line.
right.
Yeah. So you can do more creative stuff with the 4-inch.
Yeah, I guess Morph does that too. You can get any figure that you can get from him in 1/18th. You can get like, he goes even you go down to 1/25th on some stuff.
Dude, he goes crazy. But yeah, he eventually wants to do everything in 6-inch also through the factory, 4-inch if possible.
Yeah.
So
the Kickstarter is 1/12.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not 1/18th, but yeah, he was like rocking.
But he wants 1/12 is your sexy product. That's when he gets you the money, so that once you're in the factory and you're moving, you learn through 1/12, and then with the 4-inch you can start doing stuff too. So
and
that's the idea.
And Fresh Monkey, they're actually making a few of the 6-inch figure. They're making a few of the 6-inch versions of the 1/8 Eagle Force figures. A couple of them, 2 or 3 of them, they're actually making. So you'll probably see both scales at some point in time of most all figures, I would guess. But anyway, I think 6-inch is how they had to go to pull their I guess money to get the because some of these guys have been on pre-order for like 2 years, I think, the 1/18 scales, so a while. But anyway,
yeah, I think those the Morphonauts one's gonna ship soon. He posted today. He posted an update about they were just working on tightening up a couple joints and doing like their final samples towards the paint samples, like the masters.
The masters that I did right here, those ones.
You do all 4? Or you really?
Where the fuck have you been, bro?
No, you don't remember complaining about it for like two months?
No, I do, but for some reason, I've seen other people post their paint jobs of those figures, so I think I'm confused.
I did the master ones, like the ones that he's sending to the factory before they went to the factory. Man, Make It Move Entertainment got them, and so did Kilcutta photos. So he did some shots with them too, because his shots blew my shots out of the fucking water. Then you got the total like, what's it called when the toys move?
Stop
Yeah, you got the
Stop
crazy
motion?
stop motion by Make It Move. Make It Move, I believe that's his name. But he's a huge following, man. I followed him when he was like under like 1,000 followers. Like, this is really cool. I've never seen it done like this. And then now he's like this crazy numbers, like
Oh, he's
within
done
like under like a year or so. So
he's done intros for like everybody. Does he do the ones for Hasbro too?
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not
Hasbro-
sure.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't do the Hasbro stop motions. Make It Move uses like if I think it's the same guy that you're talking about. He's a dude that uses a form of like 3D. Like he like somehow scans the figure.
Yeah, so it's not super stop motion. It's more of
It's not super stop motion. Like he'll scan the figure into his computer, and then somehow he like choreographs
has
the
them
figure.
fight and stuff.
In certain sequences, and like he can like from what I've seen, he can save certain like motions and stuff like that into his program. But then you also got the stop motion people, which actually like move the figure inch by inch and snap
with
the photo.
thousands of photos. Yeah.
So the guy for Marvel that does the Hasbro stuff is a guy I know personally, which is the guy that does the stop motions for Mezco toys. So
those are cool.
Yeah, he has his hand in some of the projects. He doesn't do all the Hasbro stuff, but he does do some of the Hasbro stuff. So if you guys have been on the Marvel page, one of their most recent posts was like a stop motion video, but what it was doing was kind of like parodying like reality TV shows and shit like that. So like it had the Marvel characters like talking to the camera, and like it was just all very comical and stuff. So like he did all of that. So his name is
I saw they had on Amazon like a stop motion like beginner's kit thing you could buy, and I was like looking at it for a minute. I was like, nah, fuck that. Nope. Nope. I would love to do it, but I don't have the time. There's no more time left for this. Like I'm maxed out.
Because that's like one of the whole reasons I started world building was my intention was to do stop motion. And then I tried it out a few times, and then I just got more carried away with like the world building part of it. So and then I was kind of like, oh fuck that, that's hard. I just want to like build this world and like have an awesome like right in front of me kind of thing.
When you got to take like 40 shots for like 5 seconds, that's tough, man. That's tough.
Yeah,
definitely a lot of sacrifice.
I remember, and this will probably date me now, but I remember in high school where me and my buddy did a project. So all we had back then was those big VHS camcorders. So we're trying to do like a stop motion, and we came out pretty cool. So we had these model characters, and they were like going to kill each other, but you had to turn the video camera on and watch the little like weird pixely number like count to like 2 seconds, and then press stop really quick, and you couldn't fuck up like the whole time. So if you knocked your models over, you're like, oh fuck. You like put them back up, so then when you're watching the movie back, you see them move from like here over to here real quick and like carry on like nothing.
It was what do they call it? Like one shot cut or whatever, like where they just do one cam.
One cam, and then he's like, man, it wasn't even like an LCD or LED display. It was like little like individual lights that made up numbers, and you'd have to like watch it and count up for like 1, 2, and then be like, stop. And it was this like janky old video camera and like the remote. It had like a remote with a cord on it and shit like that. So.
And I think like a lot of that stop motion that I see, like the people do it so well, I don't even want to step into that. But also it brings back like nostalgia of that Saturday morning. For me, Saturday morning toy commercials, like that was the shit. Like, oh man, that's so cool. And it like the way that they did them though was so awful, but I loved them.
Oh, dude, if you want to fucking laugh your bag off, dude, go watch the early 90s Transformers toy commercials where the kids' faces like turn into a Transformer and shit.
Dude.
Yeah, dude. It's all right. It's like Optimus Prime, Megatron, fuck yeah, blah, 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 Decepticons or something. Like it's like early '90s, like right in your face, like white dudes rapping at you, kind of thing. Like it's just like, what the fuck's even going on here?
I
And
love the
like, oh,
90s.
yeah, Megatron has lights and sounds. It's like, woo, 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 woo. A little light on his face is like going crazy. But no, that's part of what got me into world building too. Is those awesome old GI Joe commercials where they'd have like a dam built. It's like, oh no, Cobra's got the whatever fucking
Yeah,
machine.
yeah.
Like they go poof.
It's like, oh, we'll get you now. And he's like, no way, Cobra. And they like shoot the block wall, and knocks everybody over. And fucking,
Yo, Joe.
yeah, yo, Joe. Maybe the kids, or they turn into the animated like GI Joe characters at the end. Fuck, dude,
That's
those
awesome.
days, man. Those awesome old commercials where they had like, dude, you imagine working on that commercial? It's like, all right, we want you to build like, we're doing like a Power Rangers fucking commercial, so we want you to build like a ravine that's like 1/12 scale or whatever, and like put ice blocks in the background that like blow up and shit. Like, dude,
That'd be fun.
it's so fun. Like back in the '80s, like I'd be like, that'd be fucking nuts. Fucking nuts, say.
No,
So
it would be awesome.
somebody took a lot of time to build those little wooden bridges and set up all those individual little blocks. Like,
Yeah.
to just sit there, right? Imagine how many
But
times.
it was always like super practical. Like when they drive like tanks or stuff, like they drive them into stuff, they'd actually do it. It just be like it's like it
Dude,
moves. Boom.
yeah.
Right.
When we were kids, we took our toys and like fucking like had like our GI Joe tank. And we just hammered into a wall 50 times. Like
Hammered into a wall.
Oh, yeah, dude. It'd be like Cobra Commanders against the wall. It's like, you're dead, Cobra Commander. Blah blah blah. Smash him right into the wall. But he's like, okay, the next day.
Hey, and so did everybody who had the water vehicles, like I had a blue sheet that I would put on the floor, right?
Yeah.
Water. That was water. And so I have all the water vehicles, the hovercraft, and like that platform that was on the water, a little square thing. Yeah, that was it. The blue sheet was underneath that, and it was like water.
Mine wasn't blue,
That's
but
awesome.
I had like a low, like kind of like coffee table sort of thing in my room that I used to play on all the time. So anything below the edge of the table was like water.
Oh
So
yeah,
it was like, yeah, like anything that was like a table or something was land.
right.
Everything else was water. It didn't matter.
Or
And then,
lava.
and then my bed was outer space because all the blankets looked like mountains and shit like that.
Or snow if you had
Snow,
white.
yeah,
Dude,
Yeah,
depending on color like blankets your mom put on
right.
your bed that week or whatever.
I have like a blue rug that I bought for in here because that's going to be the water. I don't know how else to make water in our world besides like putting it up on resin, but it's going to be on the floor because I built everything from the floor to the ceiling, so it's where it's got to be. But yeah, I just have a blue rug.
Can't be in the sky, right?
Yeah. So
You're an animal. What are you working on, man? What motivates you, dude? Like, what's your how do you do this shit, man?
oh
Just
boy.
go.
When feels like, oh boy. I'll
Can of worms is open. It's all you.
All right. I started like 10 years ago. Started on miniatures 10 years ago, and it's always been like a thing for me, And it's funny that you guys were talking about this. I started to remember you guys were talking about the commercial stuff. I started to remember one of my most fond memories when I was playing with GI Joe toys. So before I get into that story, like I basically started 10 years ago. Started watching videos. I remember watching The Amazing, and like my friend kept on throwing like ideas to me because he would come to my house and he'd see me work on some stuff, and he's like, why don't you put this on social media? Why don't you try doing this? Why don't you do YouTube? Why don't you whatever? During that time I was working at GameStop, and it's like it almost felt like the universe was like talking to me. You had those moments where like one person tells you something, but and then the next person tells you the same thing, and within the week you've had like maybe 5 people tell you the same thing, and you're like, what the hell's going on? So for me, that was the case. I was working at GameStop, and I had people like, oh, you have a YouTube, man? Like, the way I would speak and like explain about games and stuff, or, you should try to make something, do something. Everyone kept trying to push me in that direction. And I was like, I hate social media. I want nothing to do with it. Like, I was away from it for 9 years. I want nothing to do with it. So then I got into doing my painting stuff. My friend came over and he was like, bro, you know what? And he like he forced me to make an Instagram, and then I made the Instagram, and then he proceeded to make a Facebook, a YouTube, and everything else. Bought me an LLC for my website, and he went off, and he's like, here you go. And I was like, oh fuck, man, like I'm gonna pick this up then, but that was 2 years or maybe two or 3 years ago that I started taking it more professionally. It's always been a passion of mine, having action figures when I was a kid. I always liked making my own clothes, and as funny as it sounds, like the more I think back to it, the more I realize that like I got this from my mother, because when I was a kid, my mother was there making dioramas, and she always loved making houses, dude, and always loved to sew clothes and stuff like that, like for miniatures, it's just something my mom had as something she liked to pass time on. And then I picked it up not because of her, but I picked it up because it's something that I just genuinely like to do. I guess it's in our blood. And yeah, man, it's been like a passion of mine for almost 10 years, but professionally been doing it for about 2 to 4 years, and it's just always been a thing, man. Like I've always had toys around, and I said it once before, and I'll say it again. I really suck at keeping a 9 to 5, so I suck at having a 9 to 5 job. I tried my best at it, but it always somehow, for some reason, this always brings me back here. It always brings back here, and then I somehow make more money from doing this than doing anything else, and it's because this is my passion. So I got into it because, aside from that, I was just seeing how a lot of people in the community were getting scammed. A lot of like false customizers, a lot of people like passing off terrible information. There are people that are paying a lot of money and not getting exactly what people were selling. So I came into it. And
hey, man, don't gotta blow up my spot, bro. What the fuck? I thought we were cool. I thought we were bros.
but before I got into the community, I started off, in the Mega Contest website. So I started doing miniature action figures. I started off with miniatures, and then I slowly rose up to doing, 6-inch action figures. But I've always known how to sew and how to paint, how to sculpt. I used to do graffiti, and I do like drawing and stuff has always been in my blood. So like just like being an artisan has just, it just took me getting up and checking to see if I had it in me, and apparently I do, and it's been kind of rough, meeting some people. I've met some unsavory folk, but in my journey, I've met some really good people, such as yourself, such as Wenzilla. And as funny as it, man, I mean, it's as ironic or whatever, dude. I used to like look at your pictures, Wenzilla, and I used to be like, damn, like this guy, like, I came into the game with that idea, mentality, followers, so I'm like, this guy's got like 15,000 followers. Look at these fucking pictures, man. I want to make my own thing.
He doesn't. You're not looking at me.
dude, and then we became friends, and then little by little, dude, I started becoming friends with a lot of well-known people within the community, and
we do customs and like just talk for like 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, then talk on the phone and shit.
Dude, it was just just happened, man, and yeah, like I grew love for the community, but I also saw like
Then I joined Grown Ass Men Toys, and then I betrayed you and left you.
And that betrayed you. We're not gonna get into that,
I mean, we can. It's our show. We can say whatever we want.
Okay, well, there was something. I obviously, bro, I forgive you, and I love you, Wenzilla. I never left me, but yeah, like I was removed from a group, and like he was, I feel like he was like, dude, they had him. They fucking like I feel like they were in his head, and I always thought you were a great guy, Wenzilla, like and never changed.
I know you never stopped trying to reach out to me, man. So I appreciate it. You and Deadman both.
That shit burned me, so like it bothered me. I was removed from the group while I was still doing free customizations for 3 members of the group, and I was not told who voted against me to get removed, but I was removed ultimately by the leader. So it was just a big
the leader.
The leader, the founder of the group, hence that's what he called himself, whatever. But like, he was basically the founder of the group, and he was just like on this whole tip, and like as funny as it is, they like today, like he speaks on, and I've never addressed this. I haven't addressed this in like months. It's been like maybe a year.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I haven't been in the group in almost 2 years now. So
no, I mean it's okay, but like for anyone that comes here, to truly put light on it, like I've been linked to some of their videos today, and they, like even now, like the guy like speaks, oh, we've never had that, like that was never our agenda, but like I have like snapshots of this guy straight up telling me it's one or the other. You can't have what you want to do, Redeemer. It's one or the other. I have like screenshots of this shit, you know, and it's just like, it's funny how that is, dude. And that's basically what happened, right? I got into community and I wanted no drama, and I was pulled into the drama hole. And not only that, but I was also like within like a month or two, dude, I was affiliated with 112 Garage, which is like the people that like Odd Frog Entertainment is like they're like, apparently they were the designers of the car, but this guy like scammed the community of like money. And I
not
was
not them. The guy
no,
that
not
was
them,
working.
not Odd Frog. Odd Frog had nothing to do with it. Like I'm not, yeah.
No.
But they were the designers of the vehicle, and the guy who was advocating, pushing everything forward, he brought them aboard because he was using them as a scapegoat. So like he was using them as a scapegoat. So when he did, he took like, he outed like, bro, he took like $15,000, maybe $10,000. Like he sent me the bank statements and everything. And I was friends with this guy for, bro, oh my God, since the whole time he started, dude. And yeah, man, like he screwed the community over, and like I was pulled into that because I did a collaboration with the guy. So I was like his PR guy, his PR manager without being, and people just were
and he was a smooth talker. I wouldn't have thought nothing. Like,
no,
he was on one of the lives that we had.
He was a decent guy.
I had no idea. I had no fucking clue if that was gonna happen, dude.
Bro, like it pulled me.
But yeah, Odd Frog, you know, the Bandito's out. It's coming out, bro. Like,
no, I know. Like, you know, and
Insightful just did some crazy promo shots for it. He was just on the Zoom when we were sharing them.
I need to talk to you after the show. Got some stuff to drop on that. But yeah,
I know you got added to the list, didn't you?
No. But yeah, man, I got into the community. A lot of people were getting scammed, and I started doing free commissions and repairs for 4 years. I was supposed to stop within 2 years, but I kept on, and even till this very day, I still pick up some like repairs and stuff when people really need it, and like just I'll pick up the repair, I'll pay for the shipping and everything. Like literally, I've done like several, dude. I've made custom action figure. I made a custom action for the guy who does the stop motions for Mezco and Marvel. You know, like he and I were actually friends before I found out that he was the dude that does the stop motion. And this is the best part, right? Because you're friends with these people prior to finding out what their profession is, right? And the thing is that, you know, like the guy that does stop motion for Mezco, he has like 500 followers, 700 followers. But the thing is, he's not in social media for the following. He already made it.
Working. You know? He's working all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He got to where everybody basically wants to be. That's where he's at. So he doesn't need to throw his stuff out there and, you know, do all that stuff, right? So I just, like, he and I became friends. And then, like, he saw a zombie I created, reached out to me, and I offered him the zombie for free. And, you know, I made him a free custom, and it's been good. You know, I jumped into this because I saw a lot of people, like, wanting a lot of work. And the best way I could put my craft out there was to just, like, do as much as I can, and I know so many people tell me not to do it for free, and I do value my work. And now I charge, but I still don't charge like crazy prices. You know, I haven't charged anyone yet. I've just made like a book of what I will charge later on after I finish all the free customs that I picked up. So this one, I have one for Deadman, and then I have to finish 2 for my friend. But it's just a passion, dude. Like this whole thing, man. Like I love everybody in the community. You know, I love helping out. And I'm really like you, like I'm not looking for anything. And I've received so much support and help from a lot of people, bro. It's gnarly. No, it's really gnarly.
Very cool, man. Very cool. When Zilla, did you fall off the planet or what happened there, bro?
He's crying.
I had a message come through.
Don't lie, dude. You know you're getting sentimental.
He was tearing up, and when Gamer was finishing up, he was like, "Fuck, I gotta cut the camera." Got the little tear.
Which again, dude, you know, like Rads, you know, Famine, Outer, you've always, you know, you supporting me, dude. I love you guys. Thank you for bringing me in and, you know, making a spot for me, you know.
Okay, bro.
Mm-hmm. And then you have the Paradigm guys too, right? Are you guys doing anything or not anymore, or is that firing back up?
Figureverse Paradigm is like, you know, the thing I started up a while ago. I don't have like a solid set people that are, everything's just been done on my own, you know. I'm not gonna get into the whole thing, but like, yeah, man, like it fell through the first few moments, you know. I like brought the idea to the table, And then
But hey, we don't have to talk about it. It's all right. I just didn't know if you wanted to plug it.
some unnamed individuals were trying to propel it like forward without me like being ready. You know, I don't have a computer. I'm talking to you guys through my phone, and it's that's like a really good phone. But like I don't have a desktop or anything. Everything's done through my phone. Photos, my editing,
That's what I do.
yeah, through my phone. So like I don't even have a microphone or nothing. I want to do this. This is something that I've been like hell bent, and it's just a passion project. Like how you look like right now, Rads. Like you got the whole setup and everything. You know, you got the headphones and you know, you're jazzing out. That's pretty much what I want to do, bro. Like, you know, but I want to do it appropriately. I don't want to just half-ass it and stuff. So like right now, yeah, man, like I try to put a pause on it. The other person who I wanted to bring on board was trying to like push it forward. We butted heads a few times, and then I ultimately just said, you know what, I'm gonna change it up. I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna do this later. You know, focus on yourself, and then we just, you know, it just that.
Well, and it's kind of cool, like with what we have, like that works is that everyone has their own thing, and then this is just a collaboration. You know what I mean? And it's nice how that works out. It's just easier. I like to have like a hub where everyone can kind of meet and, you know, and then you get more inspiration too that way.
Well, it's exactly.
I
was gonna say it's really no different than like you have your neighbors, right? We're all meeting at the same fence for a beer after work, right? It's hanging out.
Yeah, man. It's
well, that's good. What someone asked me too, and like this reminds me, like when I grew up, there was always this guy. I think it was like Monday nights. He always had the guys over and they drank in his garage. That's what this is to me. Like this is my hangout because I don't really like people in real life. Like, you know, I don't really like a lot of people. Like to be in like big groups or bars and stuff. I don't do that. I'm always doing this. So like this is my getaway. Like this is where I get to hang out with my boys and chill. You know what I mean? So
this is your people.
Yeah. Yeah, in real life, people. I'm very nice. I just don't like, I don't know. I hate status, and I just like being in a place where, like, no one gives a shit what you drive, what you do. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's inspired by each other here.
I'll like get all the way to your house and be like, no, you can't come in. You got to FaceTime me from the driveway.
No.
It feels weird.
No, that's different. You're a toy guy, so it works.
No, I mean,
it's different.
even but what I was saying before, like the guy that the cheetah figure that I showed you, you know, like dude never paid anything for it. Realistically, he one day became too impatient. One day I get on Instagram and I see a story that tags my name to it. It says, "I commissioned Redeemer 8 months ago to do this custom. He ripped me off. Don't trust this guy." That's what he put. I proceeded to message him and said, "Man, you're really doing this over a $6 figure. To this very day, this figure is only $6. He ultimately ruined the figure and had it in a drawer. When he had me on video, he like scrambled in the drawer to pull it out, and it was a disaster. Proceeded to send it to me. Didn't pay anything besides the shipping to send me the figure. Hasn't paid me a dime. This has all been free work. I've put in like probably like maybe 40 hours into this figure already because this is also was all learning curves. I had to carve, I had to Dremel, I had to do a lot. Now I have to remove the stuff, right? So what?
Oh no, go ahead.
What were you gonna say?
What were you gonna say?
No, go ahead. I'll ask you later. Go ahead.
All right, yeah.
So for somebody,
yeah, he ended up like, you know, saying that, and people reached out to me like, "What the hell, dude?" And I was just like, "Bro, like, how are you gonna do that? And like, for what reason?" "Oh, bro, because it's been eight months, bro. Where's my shit?" That's what he said to me. As a first and foremost, dude, you do not talk to me like that. We're gonna draw the line right there. I said, you're not gonna speak to me like that. In no way, shape, or form, you're not gonna disrespect me. I don't give a shit. This is a $6 figure. I said, I can send it back to you half-assed, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna complete this custom for you because I kept my word, and I said I was gonna give you. When I give my word, I stick by my word. So I'm gonna finish the custom, post pictures of it before and after, and I'm gonna let the community decide whether I truly ripped you off or not. So we'll leave it at that. You know, and
it's not really giving you a word. It's like a fucking sentence now, man. Because it's been like 2 years, so it's been a minute.
You know, oh well. Truth be told, when he sent me this wasn't the only thing. So when I accepted this custom, I did tell him that he was number 6 in line, so he would wait. I said, "You wait a while. You're number 6 because I had Dead Man's custom to finish. And because Dead Man hasn't sent me the fucking boots to his custom, I can't get it done. So, you know, I have to put that to the side. And like, yeah, you know, like but he's been really busy too. Like, you know, I'm picking at it, but he's been busy.
I was gonna ask you. So I'll tell you the situation and see where you stand on it. Don't be biased because it's me. Just tell me what you think. So I had someone reach out to me. They wanted the Rafa done. He's the is it the Falcon? It's not a Falcon. Is it a Falcon? No, the Raven that I painted. Morphonauts Raven. He wanted me to buy it from Morphonauts, $36 because I don't get it not put together. So $36 put together. He wanted me to then paint it. Then he wanted me to ship it to Saudi Arabia. So
Whoa.
for me, I know how long that figure took me to paint. It took me 8 to 10 hours. So I was like, I don't know, $10 an hour. It's the only one. It has a YouTube drop. It has tons of Instagram stuff, like photos done of it. The backpack did break on it, but I was like, I can get another one painted up. It's no big deal. And because I was gonna send him mine, and then I was like, I'll just do the replacement for myself when I get time, because I don't feel like painting the same thing again, exactly the same twice. So I told him $100 for the figure, $30 for the figure to buy it, right? And then $100 for me to paint, because I was like 8 to 10 hours, $10 an hour, like maybe $100. So, and that's not even the day before where I have to prime it and let it sit. Like, so you still got that prep time. And then I said, you'll have to cover the shipping because I'm not shipping it. He's like, well, that's going to cost me like $170 or something. I was like, okay. And I was just wondering what you think. Do you think that's crazy for me to ask that? Like,
I mean, honestly, man, like it also comes with like the name, right? It's like you like, I don't want to say like followers is a thing, but it is a thing, right? Because like you have reputation and you're a good fella and you're not.
But that has nothing to do with it. This is like,
no, it doesn't. But at the same time, bro, it kind of does because it shows how much people truly like your support. You know, it shows your support system.
But also, let me be clear for my homies and stuff. It's I ship them shit, we trade or we do like whatever. You know what I mean? Like I do homies for free. Like I do homies for free. I do all the work for all my toy boys. My toy boys.
You do your homies for free with your boy toys.
So like I take care of all my boys. It might take me a minute, but I take care of everybody. And when it comes to like people that I know, it wouldn't be that much. I've never talked to this person. I know nothing about them. They sent me a reel from MREX Spot to my Zillow account. They're like, hey, did you paint this? I said, yeah. How much? And I went over everything. This is after a couple of days. I sent videos of the figure. I bent him, like showed the articulation and how the paint doesn't rub. Showed him all the things. Sent, you know, and I still don't care if they buy it or not because I gave him a list of like, because originally I was like, I can't get to it because I have so many projects to do. I was like, and then a couple days later, I felt bad because I sent him like 4 or 5 guys that I know painted Morphonauts stuff in the past, all different scale. So I sent him all their links. I was like, reach out to these 4 or 5 guys, see if they can do it for you. I was like, I just don't have the time right now. Then I reached back out. I was like, hey, I could say the one I got, you know, this with a backpack, it would probably take me a week or 2 to get the backpack and paint it. So I was trying to help him out. And then after he was like, that's really pricey. I was like, hey, check out our show on Fridays at 8 o'clock. I was like, here's the link. And you know what I mean? I'm still cool with them. It's just, I don't think I was asking too much. And I want to stand my ground on that. I don't want to bend on that. Like,
no, if he was like, again, like, you know, like I say, because,
but I know like people think that's a crazy price too. Like $100 for a 118 figure. Like,
bro, have you seen how much Mega Constructs action figures go for? Like on the real? Like
I might just be slow at painting too, so that might be my bad. Like, and I'm not trying to make money. I didn't put it out for sale. Also, like, I didn't say this is for sale.
No, I mean, look again. Like, so okay, so if you were painting and like you know that you take your time, then maybe you could discount a little bit of what it is because and that's just you being like accountable for knowing you take, you know, it could like whatever the case. But even then, bro, like if you are a skilled painter. The stuff that you sent me is hands down like really good stuff. You know how to do a lot of wear, so you're starting to get amateur. You know what I mean?
Well, here he is. Not good lighting, but there him is.
How much was he?
Ass.
Oh,
he was.
Okay. So how much are you charging? 175.
Well, it would have been 100 just for me to paint, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he said he wanted to buy the figures, so I gave him. I said 30 for the fake when there's 36 assembled, unpainted,
Mm-hmm.
and then I painted him completely head to toe. Which I said though, it takes you a day to prime, and then wait, and then everything articulates. He can sit down. The only thing is I broke the backpack where these also plug in.
Yeah.
But he's a really cool figure. I don't know, man.
I mean, you say
But I
paint
know
doesn't
it's a
rub.
lot.
I mean,
Yeah, there's
bro,
no
but
rub.
I mean, dude, I've literally sold an action figure from Mega Constructs for like $130, man.
See them eyes? Come on, bro. Like there's like some green on the beak and stuff that you can't even tell.
Dude,
And
I
the
don't know.
shading and the shading that you did on the around the eyes too, man. It's a
And
good figure.
purple.
No, it's legit. It's a legit figure. So like if he lived truthfully, if he lived in the States, then that would be a lot more cheaper. You know,
Right.
it's out. So it's out. I mean, whatever the customs is, and dude, yeah, man. Like Dapper said, your time and work is valuable. Don't feel bad for those prices. The prices are
Well,
completely.
I don't know. I know people complain about Empire Toy Works, but I know what goes into it, and you are buying the name, but his style is like it speaks to a lot of people, and I understand why he charges what he charges. He also puts up stuff that is affordable too for a lot of us, where it's
I
not
mean,
$600-700, like
I guess
100 to
too.
35.
Well, I guess too. The thing is, if you can get that much for something, then go for it. Like,
yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
know.
also there's always going to be the people though that say I want you to do this, and they're like, how much is it? And you say X, and you're like, okay, no problem, and they pay that. And there's going to be the other people that say, how much is this? And you say X, you're like, oh shit, that's high. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Mhm.
like you're gonna get those people. You know,
I just hate pricing my art, my customs, whatever you want to call it. I just hate pricing it and being way the fuck off the mark. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, I think
man.
that's
But
because I
like,
see people put customs up for like $50 and they're great customs, and I'm like, I can't do that. Like, I
well,
can't do that.
bro, that's another thing is like people will like you like and this is like in respects to like if you're buying a custom action figure, do not expect that someone's going to sell you a custom action figure at the price that you would buy a retail action figure, whether it's
Oh,
Right.
or
Yeah.
anything, hands down. Like this, like it's like you were saying, Outer, and like nothing Nebula was saying that it's your time and work, bro. Like it is, and if it's good work, then for sure it's going to show. And that's up to them whether they feel like it's worth it or not. I mean, the dude will stay looking at that figure. If I were you, I'd take more badass figures, more pictures of that figure, and I would just keep posting it. Let it be. Let them fester on the idea. Like, damn, I should actually have bought this. Like, this is not as cheap as I think it is. It's one of a
Well, then I
kind.
gave him the link to our YouTube and everything. I was like, hey man, we talk 118 every Friday, come check us out. And then he never responded after that. I was like, I'm sorry.
And then
Not watching your shitty show.
I mean, and people get bothered about the fact that, like, for example, you do have your handful, and I would say as well, like, it's nothing wrong with us having a handful of friends that we would be willing to do the favor for cheaper or whatever. It's not
Right.
wrong for us. Like, we have an established history with these people that we would. I would charge someone $100 and something. I would never charge you. I'd probably tell you I'd do it for free if I can. Like,
Right.
like, oh, and that cheetah action figure, like I said, I put like over 30 hours. If I didn't tell this guy that I was doing it for free, this would probably be like a $250 action figure custom. Like,
Right.
I'm not done. I'm gonna hit it with a wash. Gotta hit it with the sealant. I carved this figure. I dremeled it. I spent electricity. I spent paint. I spent my time. Everything.
But then there's the people that say, well, but you're supposed to be doing it for fun. Well, I'm not. I did not put anything up for sale that was custom. I've never put in a while. I haven't sold a custom for more than like $65. Like, you guys have seen my McFarlane stuff. I'm putting it up there $50 with 3 other figures and shit. Like, I'm just trying to get the shit gone.
That's personal shit. That's like I see what you're saying. I do the exact same thing, bro. I have like a set of action figures that I post up on eBay or just list them up, right? And those sell $50, $60. Those are my personal ones. Nobody came to me and gave me a bunch of ideas and tell me, I had to follow steps and protocols to make you the character that you wanted to bring to life. That character, like, these are just characters I'm throwing out in the market. So it's like you can price them whatever
Yeah.
feel.
Well, speaking of characters too, since we're rolling well into the show, is there anything you've got handy there that you want to show off for us tonight, or?
Let's see. I mean, I'm working on a third character. So we have in my story right now, my original characters is Redeemer and Kaiser. Those are the two
Baby
characters.
Deemer.
Oh, get a bit of lore.
Little
Yeah.
Deemer.
Yeah, we got Redeemer right there, chilling with a lottery ticket in his hand, kicking it, hanging out.
Yeah, dude. Friday night, Mega Millions.
we have Kaiser, which is like his partner in crime and justice, the counterpart, the blue to the red.
Nice.
Whoops. And then we have Rave, which is another character I am working on.
Ooh.
Nice.
So the pants custom, jacket custom. This top right here was from the Pink Skulls, and it's done on not a Gomez body. The legs belong to the crow. The top half belongs to a pink skull. The neck belongs to a black skull. But this is right now, it's in the works. This helmet will go with this character. You guys will see it eventually.
Ooh.
Nice.
I like that a lot.
Are you making those jackets from scratch? Is that what you're doing there?
I designed them.
It's the only thing he commissions out. Okay.
Okay, so these jackets, his jacket is stored away, but these two jackets here were actually commissioned by design. So I helped design these jackets, and then the guy made four or five of them, and then he put them out. Before the guy had I think he had different color, different designs and everything, and I drew it out. I reached out to him and I was like, look, man, if you can make these designs come to life, I would love it. And I told him that some people would love it. You could use the designs and resell the jackets to some people, and it did. He immediately, the day he posted those photos, he set 3 aside for me, the ones that I commissioned, and then he had 3 others that he was selling. So people were just flipping out about them. But yeah, these are my original design jackets, this whole thing. I drew this.
Awesome. I love that red jacket. That's my favorite. Well, the purple one's cool too.
I like that purple.
No, yeah, I'll show you guys.
Deemer, he used to wear, every time he did a live or any video, he would wear a red jacket. So.
Oh, I have the jacket. Yeah, I'm gonna buy. Like I said, I'm buying a new one, man. The one I have. That's thank you. Yeah, this is the character I've had since the character I wanted to embody. And yeah, man, I'm hoping so. I'm in talks with someone that's an illustrator who is working to actually put my character, we were talking to actually bring him to life, put him in a comic. And yeah, dude, I'm hoping, because I spent most of my time stressing about a story and stressing about a bunch of characters and how the story is going to end. But bro, I realized that all it really truly does fucking take is just one character. You got one character that hits a mark, then people are gonna love it. And I made Redeemer in a thought of myself, but I also made it with a thought of a flavor of everything else that I grew up, from other characters and seeing in cartoons. He's an inspiration. The character himself is an inspiration drawn from any other character.
Oh,
very awesome, cool. Man. Well, I think before Red wraps up, I think that everyone, whether it's 112, 118, everyone should have a version of themselves in there, some type of avatar, because it's really cool. Sometimes I don't have a story for when I get shit, so I'm like, hey, Commander Zilla welcomes in the new Amrakians of whatever toy line I just brought in. So it's a little bit tougher to do for me for 112, but the 118 it was a lot easier to do, bring it in. And he's had variations. He has new suits, new armors, so it's kind of cool because he can go, I'm moving into Warhammer, so he has a Warhammer suit that he can put on, you know what I mean, a Space Marine suit. So it's kind of fun to he evolves as Amrak Spot evolves, and it's not directly me, it's a hyped up version of what I would want, a cool cybernetic arm, you know what I mean, it doesn't have to be a fat dude with a beard. It's all right, I don't need to do that.
I like your 112th guys, man, but I really like the Warhammer guys that you've been using, the 118th guys.
Yeah, you've been killing it, man.
Yeah, I like those. I like how you've.
I think Zilla 112 could take Redeemer though. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's all suited
Zilla
up.
one. You want to do a collaboration photo, dude? A cool clash photo.
What? We might have to. You're good at taking my stuff and making it. I can't do it, but you can.
All right, we'll
Oh
work on
yeah.
it. That's really good. That'd be really
Look at
dope.
that top knot. Look at that top knot. We match, bro. Like,
That's
oh,
good.
here it is. Here we go.
Let's do it, dude.
It's as close as I could get. It was like a Master of the Universe like size, so it's like a huge head, but it works for
No, it works,
Iron
dude.
Man body.
I'm gonna message Jeff this. We're gonna get into something. I'm down.
Yeah, man. I haven't shot him yet either. I showed him off like in my hand, but I haven't taken any shots.
I mean,
but
real
yeah,
quick,
everyone
you
should
guys
have an
saw-
avatar. That's all I was saying.
You guys saw the picture I posted of Void, right? Like he's like the Marvel Legends. Tell me, right?
Hey, can you show off real quick that the guy who you just painted, you blacked him out and made him like evil. You took a nasty shot of him as all like a blacked out shot.
Oh yeah.
118. You had him Warhammer. He might be McFarlane, but I don't know.
Are you the most recent shot? No.
Black and purple.
Yeah.
You do a lot of shots, dude. I don't know if it's your most.
I mean, it's my most. It has to be the most. It had to literally have been the most recent. This guy right here.
Yes. I think it's crazy.
That
And he
dude-
was all white, right?
No, bro. He's just like he's literally just this. Like he's a Build-A-Figure from Marvel Legends. And
Wait, that's not the one.
who are we talking about?
Is it him?
If you're talking
Maybe
about,
he is.
yeah, dude. Like I had him with like the tentacles and stuff. I mean, like if you're talking the most recent,
Okay, yeah.
Yes, that's the guy, and he had a damn good shot with him with the red coming through or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because he makes that figure look a lot more,
Yeah.
like-
Aggressive?
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
a killer?
yeah, that light coming through.
Yeah, dude.
Awesome.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
hands down, I think he's my. And like I like the fact that these things are removable because that way, if you really want to have him move around,
Was that the dude that was like at Target for the Eternals
No,
one?
no. That was the Eternals, like that creature. And this is guy who Build-A-Figure.
yeah, this guy's a
Okay.
Build-A-Figure. I mean, his name is Void, which is crazy. I fell in love with this whole thing because of the fact that like Mezco's doing like a Void Wars thing. So I have like a little toy story that I'm going with, But I'll show you a height comparison. This guy's enormous. So next to Redeemer, let's see. This is how tall he stands.
Oh, yeah. That's a cool fight, though.
Remember what wave he was? I can't remember what the figures came with him, but yeah.
Yeah, dude. This guy's he came with Namor. He came with Vision, like all his parts, like obviously separately, but it was the latest one that they had just released, man. And he goes for like a freaking whopping like $200. He's hands down, I think one of Hasbro's best Build-A-Figures. There are some people that have gripes about it, but like I don't know, man. Like he's an entity, so he's not supposed to be getting into some crazy karate moves, but like.
Right?
I think like if you pose him, he does what he needs to do as a big hulking menace. I mean, his background is that he is literally a entity from space, and he was created or he was implemented into Sentry. So if anyone knows who Sentry is, he's a Marvel character, super powerful.
Yeah.
But he somehow has this freaking being inside of him. Eventually, sometimes there are moments where he loses his cool, and like the heroes have to try to fight him off. But if this guy gets out, he's like a big fucking deal.
That's cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
But towards the end of the we're getting towards the end here, but I want to remind everybody.
Brad's like, it's towards the.
I know, dude. I've had a long day, man. It's been a long.
I know.
Week. But no, I want to just remind everybody we extended the Goblin Challenge till next Friday, and then the pictures go to our panel of judges, and then the show after that we're going to give away the prizes and stuff. Next week we've got Joe is Not an Alien back on the show, so that should be a good one. check his stuff out. He's got a whole bunch of new expansions and stuff.
We need to find Eddie too. We gotta find out where he's been.
Yeah, we gotta go look for Eddie after the show. We're gonna get flashlights and dogs and all that. Looking in the cornfields out for him and shit like that. Hopefully it's all right. But yeah, I completely lost my train of thought. But you can head over to my YouTube page. You can support the channel on Patreon. There is some Rad Lab stuff going on over there. We're gonna get some cool stuff going soon. I know I apologize. I don't post enough unique content over there, but yeah, what are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do?
You have one job. You have one job, dude.
One job. Holy shit! No, I have several jobs. Jobs, man. But yeah, just go ahead and head over to support the Patreon. There's 3 levels of Patreon too. So that. Just head over, check the links out, grab yourself a WMC T-shirt, and yeah, I think that's
I
about
don't have
all.
one on.
Yeah, I got mine on, man.
I need
But,
new ones.
I think that's about all the mustard I got for this week, folks. But I want to thank everybody for coming out in the chat, and yeah, take it easy, and we'll see you next week. Cheers.
Pam, pam, pam.